light? That's Sean Bisson.
Looks like he didn't notice me come in.
Just stay out of sight and take a picture of each of his train routes. They should narrow our search for his share of the clockwork parts.
All right, I'm on it.
Hello, Arpeggio here.
Salutations, Mr. Arpeggio. Y'all got time to shoot the breeze?
Of course, for you, chum, always. Although must we communicate through that dreadful speakerphone?
Yeah, I can think better while my legs move. Pumps blood to your brain.
Yes, of course. One must keep blood in one's brain. But do tell, is there some pressing matter you'd like to discuss?
First off, are you still coming on schedule to get that Northern Lights battery?
Yes, we're well underway. My blimp should arrive at the end of the week.
Bullseye. For second, when you gonna give me a look-see at that clockwork brain of yours? I'd sure like to buy it off you.
Bisson, you covetous troglodyte. You've already got the lion's share of the parts. Would you take my meager portion of the robotic bird for your own and strip me of all my earthly pleasures?
Easy there, partner. You're all up in a lather. It's just that I found some real use for the clockwork parts I got. Why, I put 3 of them in the engines of my best trains. With those robotic doohickeys feeding the fire, them trains will run all night and all day. I call them my iron horses. Of course, I gotta keep the plans hidden. Stuffed them in my 3 trophy bass.
Sounds like you're making capital use of your share of the robotic loot. But for now, the clockwork brain stays with me on the blimp. Although, when I arrive to pick up the Northern Lights battery, I might be persuaded to give you a peek.
That'll do fine. By the way, you ready to giddy up into Perry for the final hoedown?
Yes, the blimp's hypnotist wavelengths conform to the specs drawn up by the Contessa, and Dimitri, before his unfashionable capture, did a bang-up job of distributing spice through his nightclub.
Sounds like all you're missing is some Northern Light electricity.
You're correct, sir. Yours is the final piece to the puzzle, the missing link. Once the battery is aboard, nothing will stand in the Claw Gang's way. Paris will be ours.
Yeah, okay. So, I guess I'll be seeing you at the end of the week.
Right. Farewell, Bisson. Stiff upper lip. Ta-ta.
Hey, Carmelita is a tweaker, bruh. She thick though, like look at all that. Poor guy, he don't even know what's about to happen to him. Tragic. What are y'all doing? What the fuck? Oh my god, you cannot be serious, bro. Taking that risk. Oh my god, you see this? Bro, I broke it. She's broke. Hold on, Carmelita. If I get too close. Oh. Ah!
My keys.
Wait. Y'all both can't be chasing me. No, I'm not the one you want. Carmelita, come on, bro. Oh, Carmelita! Very foul. I was getting a Charlie horse standing in that box.
My pleasure.
You know how I love to mess around with Carmelita.
Yeah. That's weird.
It's about that's weird. You ain't have to do all that, Murray. Sly had to sit with it for a second, like, bro, did he really just say that to me? Look, all of that just to get smacked by the truck, you fucking idiot. I love my job. Coup de grace. Look, see, I got an upgrade, homie. You don't even know what's about to happen to you. You thought you just disappeared to begin with. Watch this. See ya. They call me Sly Cooper. Stop playing with my man Ben. Ooh, oh! My bad, bro. Yeet. Bro, that's hella coins. But they do it, I'm getting them. They do that so they give you the incentive to go chase after the motherfuckers.
Outstanding. Chalk up one strange robot organ for us, and one less Iron Horse train for John Bassan.
Things are going great. We've already stolen one of Jean Bassan's 3 clockwork parts. However, Iron Horse 2 and 3 are going to be a little tougher to crack. First, I'll need to hop aboard Iron Horse 2 and do a little preemptive RC chopper strike to clear out the air defenses. Once cleared, it'll be up to Sly to work his magic in the interior to get at that second clockwork lug. Murray, you'll need to trap some of the local bear cubs in order to unlock a nearby handcar. We're gonna need it to catch up with Iron Horse number 3. But don't worry, the cubs won't be hurt. Although I can't say the same for the guards. The RC chopper. She won't know what hit her.
Come on, Cooper. Let's play. What in blazes? All right, little RC friend. This should be a quick bit of destruction. You Rami blighter! This is a... What? Oh no! Oh no!
That was some fancy flying, little friend.
Whatever you say, Poodle.
Hey, Sly! Get to that clockwork stomach fast! This old hand cart is starting to fall apart!
You won't stop me! Not the Cooper gang! Not Interpol! Not anyone!
Stand clear, Sly. This might be best. Sly! Sly! You okay?
I've got an upset stomach on my hands, but other than that, I feel great. The gang and I had pulled off the impossible. We'd successfully robbed all of John Bassan's Iron Horse trains, and we were walking away with 3, count them, 3 clockwork parts. And as a bonus, we shut down spice distribution in all of North America. Needless to say, we were pretty pleased with ourselves. Can't say the same for Carmelita. Once again, the framed policewoman had to run from the cops, which was fun at first, but I'm starting to feel a little sorry for her. I mean, what if they replaced Carmelita with someone else? I don't want another cop on my tail. She's a big part of why this is all fun. Sooner or later, I'm gonna have to figure out a way to clear her name. Some way other than turning myself in. Things just weren't right up in Canada. Random acts of violence were popping up like weeds, and the Northern Lights, well, they just weren't right. One night they'd be brighter than ever, and the next, gone. In Nunavut Bay, I overheard talk between Jean Bassan and his mysterious partner Arpeggio. Somehow, those two are behind it all. Tracking the source of the disturbance was easy. By simply following the lights, we were led north to an immense lumber camp. The sheer number of fallen trees advertised Jean Bisson's presence and that he was in possession of the clockwork talons. Pythivius Raccoonus makes numerous references to the talons slicing through plates of steel. A skilled lumberjack like Bisson can clear a forest in hours while wielding the artifacts. Those talons have got to go, both to finally do away with clockwork and to save the environment from his twisted sense of progress. The world just doesn't need to make space for another strip mall.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Ooh. My life sucks.
I ain't about to do all of that, man. Uh-oh. I'm not Sly. Oh, I'm Sly. No, I'm Sly's twin brother.
After reading through the log chopping guide, it's become painfully clear that to win in the lumberjack games, we'll have to cheat. Now, I've constructed a plan that hinges around us acquiring an eagle's egg, which is more difficult than you'd think. First, Murray needs to lure a bear into taking out the local oil mains. Once destroyed, the pressurized oil should ignite and create updrafts, which Sly will then use to paraglide over to the eagle's nest, grab an egg, and then head back to the safe house. Thanks to Murray's undercover work in the RC Combat Club, we've learned that the Northern Light Battery is hidden in a silo nearby. The battery needs some serious modification if we're going to hide inside it to sneak onto Arpeggio's blip. First, we'll short the battery with grapple lines on local boats. Then, we'll all break into the lighthouse and sever the power flow to the battery. That way it won't recharge. Given my electrical engineering background, this plan has a 97% chance of success. Pretty good, huh?
Thunder. One must be careful. I was gonna say one must be. Oh, come on, son. Bruh. I was gonna say one must be careful when one uses the thunder flop, but maybe I'm not the right guy to listen to.
To the lumberjack
Okay,
games.
guys, let's head down there and win those talents from Jean Bisson. Sly, try to keep a low profile when we get close. We don't want him to recognize you.
Yeah, you know, me being ringtail and all of that. Look at him, just posted up, waiting. Probably thinking about eating that mammoth.
Excuse
Y'all
me,
think,
sir.
y'all think mammoth meat is good?
Lumberjacks would like to participate in your lumberjack games.
Think you got what it takes to win the clockwork talent?
I'm
mate?
right, Sly's right in front of
Well,
him.
I'm sure enough gonna let you play, so long as you pay the entry fee.
Much obliged, partner. We'll, just take our positions for the competition.
Enjoy the moment while you think you still got a chance. It's as close to winning as you'll ever get. This year's first event will be a power chopping contest. Not like anyone's ever gonna beat my record, but let them try.
Exo?
Not bad, Hippo. But watch and learn as I destroy that log without even breaking a sweat.
Are they good? I did good.
Okay, Bentley, you're on. Plant the eagle egg on Bisson, and the angry eagle parent should swoop in and throw off his axe timing.
You're kidding me. man on a mission. Lord have mercy. You want me to jump with this thing? No way you want me to jump with this thing. Yeah, see. Oh, oh. Come on, G. Y'all hear that? What you mean? What the fuck? Bro, come on. Huh? You better duck. Nah, quit.
What? I think you better rethink them scores, boys. What you intended to give me was perfect tens, right?
Y'all scared of John? John's a bitch.
So your pink friend knows how to handle an axe. Let's see how you handle a vertical wall of ice.
No, hold on, son. I wasn't ready.
Well, a vertical wall of ice.
Okay. No, see.
So your pink friend knows how to handle an axe. Let's see how you handle a vertical wall of ice.
Okay. Yeah. No way. Sly, why would you go back down? I don't understand. Okay, there's a lighting at the top. Sly, you gotta do better. Oh, yeah.
Pretty good for a scrawny raccoon. Now, watch and learn as I demonstrate the art of power.
Okay, now, this is, I'm gonna just say, because this is just
for climbing.
Murray, use those grapples to hook onto Facade. You will need to hook him with all 3 lines to pull him off the wall.
It's big as fuck. Yo, jump. Yeah. No way. He's gonna jump right there. Where are you going to next, John? That's way too far, Murray. I gotta take the chance. That worked out. Oh, no, Murray. No, Murray. Okay, not so damn high. There we go. Bye, John.
It seems you have pulled the wrong cards again. Did I ever tell any of you the story about the judge from last year's competition who mistakenly gave me a score other than 10? I see we're tied with only one event to go. Unfortunately for you, I've saved my best event for the last, the spinning log competition.
Okay, looks easy enough. I just need to stay out of the water.
Wait. Okay. Dude, if that was the original PS2, I would probably have to do that again.
Watch how a skilled log roller does it.
This is crazy. John Bisson's got those judges so intimidated, there's no way he can lose.
You're right, Murray. Those guys need to go. Okay, I'm just making this up on the fly, but what if I were to lure the judges one by one into that cave? Once inside, you two will knock them out and take their clothes.
Ingenious! When all 3 judges have been restrained, we'll be able to don our disguises and take their place at the judges' table. Sly, you can use the alarm clock gadget to distract the judges and lure them into the cave.
That's a great plan, Sly, but you'll have to move fast. Once John Bisson finishes the log rolling event, the gig is up.
Okay, I got it marked down as R2. They start whooping his ass, boy.
What? I thought I warned you judges about the consequences for incorrect scores. Wait a second. You aren't the judges I hired. It's the scrawny raccoon and his annoying friends. Well, if you want the challenge, then why don't you just take them?
No way. That worked.
Oh, my aching head. Those talons really pack a punch. Sly! Murray! Wake up!
Why don't you just dodge?
Yeah, I'm awake, but not so loud. I have a splitting headache.
Oh, where are we? What's going on?
This looks like the sawmill control room. Bisson must have thrown us in here for interrogation later. I, for one, would like to escape before he returns.
It looks like we're pretty well sealed in here. Unless...
Unless what?
Unless you can fit through that hole.
I think I could squeeze through there. I'll drop down and try to free you guys from the outside. If there's any trouble, I'll call with this walkie-talkie. You might be able to help me with these sawmill controls.
While you guys do that, I'll try prying open that steel door. Given enough time, I might be able to make some progress.
Sounds like a plan. Good luck, Bentley.
I like how we
Remember
just
to shout if I can help you from up here.
I like how we just got to work, bro. And we didn't even need that much to understand our situation. We found an exit plan. We covered all routes.
Bentley, you okay? I can't see you from in here, but I heard the fall.
I'll be fine. Just give me a moment to catch my breath.
Well now, Candy Britches. I should have figured a puny turtle like you'd find a rat hole to squirm through.
Well, I just dropped my glasses, had to come pick them up.
I ain't like you, boy. I ain't stupid.
Who you call him boy?
While we're unconscious, me and my boys paid a visit to your hideout and found all them clockwork parts. Lucky thing, too. Arpeggio is willing to plunk down a king's ransom for the whole lot. I even threw in the talons.
You sold all the clockwork parts? Arpeggio has them all?
I wouldn't expect one of your kind to understand the finer points of commerce. You turtles are too stupid to know a woodcutter from a woodchuck.
That's it. Time I showed you just how stupid we turtles really are. Sly, on my command.
I hear you.
Prepare yourself, Bisson. En garde.
Okay, Walnut. Get ready for a smushing.
Call out which lever I should pull.
Sizzle his gizzle! Blades! Blades!
Yep.
Logs! Logs!
Okay.
Blades! Blades!
Uh-huh.
Logs! Logs! Flames!
On it.
Blades!
How's that?
Blades! Blades!
Come on in here, boys. Let's get this varmint.
Really? You don't want to run the ones? You that scared?
Flame them!
All right.
Certainly, Basan.
Eat dynamite, turtle.
Oh my god. Oh my god, who are you throwing explosives at?
Saws?
Bam!
Oh my god.
Saws! Saws!
Do you remember who you're throwing bombs at? I'm a demolitions expert. This guy's stupid. That's it. Give me, yeah, boy.
Tarnation. I've been done in by some four-eyed turtle. Times have changed.
Once again, brains triumph over brawn.
Good job, little buddy. That was some fast thinking.
Billy
Don't
had
forget
time.
about me.
You did a great job opening that door, Murray.
Thanks.
Attention, John Bisson. Arpeggio's carrier blimp will arrive to pick up the Northern Light battery in exactly 1 minute.
Okay, enough patting ourselves on the back. If we're going to get the clockwork parts back, we need to get onto that blimp.
The silo battery isn't far. If we run, we can make it.
Enough talk, let's move.
Shake a leg. That blimp's on its way.
Oh my god, who are you throwing snowballs at? We was always gonna make it. Look, your leader's dead. You might as well just, like, call it a day. Go home. You've lost. Shout out to auto aim.
As we shut ourselves into the Northern Light battery, it became black. For a few long minutes, we just sat there in darkness. No one dared to talk for fear that Jean Bisson's men might discover where we were hiding. Time seemed to have stopped. And then, we felt it. We were being lifted up to Arpeggio's blimp. It was all so strange. The focus of all our schemes had been stolen from us. Our clockwork parts were gone. Looking around the inside of the battery, I knew we all felt it. Failure. I was twitchy and ready for action. Any action. Bentley tried to make some sense of the situation by drawing up meaningless plans. But Murray took it the worst. He just sat there sobbing while the team van floated away over the horizon. That van was his life. I knew I'd have to find a way to make it up to him. There we were, heading east across the Atlantic Ocean, stowaways on a giant airborne fortress. Though time was short, we made sure to study up on our unknowing host, Arpeggio. While attending a prestigious boarding school, the young Arpeggio excelled in all subjects, but he never managed to keep up with the other boys physically. Sadly, his wings, due to their small size, were useless for flight. Furious at his feeble body, he focused his powerful mind to search for a cure in the works of the Italian Renaissance masters. Their notebooks provided the springboard for this sinister young genius, and it wasn't long before the Claw Gang took him on as chief inventor. His talents must have been at work repurposing all the clockwork parts for their criminal schemes, and now this mastermind is in possession of all the parts. It's only a matter of time before he puts them back together. And when that happens, well, I'm not gonna let that happen.